Oh, is this Mr. Roller, aka the Icon? I just want to talk about last week's episode about the two episodes about the Jordan Last Dynasty. I think I'm not an expert on it because even though I'm from Chicago, instance I'm not an expert on it. It's a simple fact that it kind of pissed me the fuck off. I mean, oh my god, it pissed me the fuck off. It pissed me the fuck off because the real reason why we broke up because of Phil Jackson, really, Jerry Krause. I mean, God rest his soul, because give him credit that he did build a dynasty. He did build, he built a league that he built a team that's really, really unstoppable. 6 rings in 8 years. That's 10 years. 6 rings in 10 years is really very good. You know what I'm saying? Only like 3 teams only won the championship, which is I could name them. It's the Utah run to Detroit 1-1, and then you got San Antonio won at the end with the lockout season. But the real reason why we broke off is because of Jerry Krause. Because they got to think about it like this, man. If they would have kept the motherfuckers together, we would have had. Because man, the Spurs from Twin Towers with Tim Duncan, I understand they are cold, but David Watson would have got that ring. He would have got the ring they own the years. You know what I'm saying? He would have got 1 ring. Tim Duncan would have got 4. Because I don't think the Bulls would be the Bulls versus the San Antonio Spurs, and epic matchup. But what really we wanted to see, because in 2000 the Lakers, when Kobe won his first championship, that's with the Bulls. It'd be the Bulls. Because the NBA gonna set that up. If Michael Jordan and they never broke that shit up, it'd be Michael Jordan versus Kobe. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers versus the Bulls, part 2. With Shaq and Kobe and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. That would be an epic matchup, and everybody want to see it. And then they want to give the excuse about, God damn, oh man, they was past their prime and all that shit. It ain't. People was like, okay, they was past their prime. It's understandable. No bullshit. Because if that's the fucking case, Reggie Miller, they kept Reggie Miller till he retired. They kept John Stockton and Karl Malone together until John Stockton decided to retire, and Karl Malone decided to lead the search for a championship. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Charles Barkley, but that's a whole different story. Charles Barkley left, but keep them together. If you win the 6 championships, why not keep them together until you see this motherfucker fall? But y'all broke them up, and we've been like, the Chicago Bulls been horrible until Derrick Rose came. Like, on some real shit. If you want to be honest, look at the history. Like, the Chicago Bulls been horrible. It was hard to watch them, you know what I'm saying? Even though we had some teams, because everybody that left that team went on how their careers. We had Tyson Chandler. At one point, check this out. At one point, we had all these people at the same fucking team. It was Jamal Crawford, Ron Artest, Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry before he became Eddie Curry. We had Kurt Heinrich, which is not the point guard you shout out at, but he was a pretty fair, decent point guard. We had a scoring threat. This was Jamal Crawford was scoring 50. You know what I'm saying? He was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got Ron Artest's defensive mechanism, but he was young. Then you got 2 Twin Towers in the hole. This one, Eddie Curry, because he was also prolonged to be the next Shaq. But it was hard to watch them. We had a person like, we kept good ties with Phil Jackson. We probably got a championship team with them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, if you develop Jamal Crawford the right way, you know what I'm saying, then Ron Artest is, it could be like a fake ass knockoff Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, are way below budget. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, but it's still, we probably get 1 championship out that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a decent team. Then when Derrick Rose came, we had Jakeem Noah and Luau Thing and Carlos Boozer. Then we had Rip Hamilton for a while. Then we had Derrick Rose. I don't want to put in, because the other years I want to put in the Jalen Rose when you got him past his prime. And we got Ben Wallace past his prime, and then but you mad we got them past their prime, but we got we want to break up the Bull dynasty. It's just the egos, you know what I'm saying? The control issues. People put they personal vendetta over probably a little argument over business situations. You know what I'm saying? I probably worked it out with Phil. You know what I'm saying? I would pay Scottie Pippen more. You know what I'm saying? Because Scottie Pippen you talking about um, people was past their prime. That's your excuse because Dennis Rodman played already to 2000. He retired on the Lakers before they won their first championship. So check it out. That's about another two more years. Michael Jordan came back in 2000. That's another 2 more years. You know what I'm saying? Scottie Pippen retired at what 2002. You know what I'm saying? That's another 4 more years of him. So, you know what I'm saying? You kept that dynasty till they all fucking retired. So, we had like a good 2 more years. So, the time it was kind of over with, the last dance would really be with the Lakers. They would retire with the Lakers. I can't say they would win because they'd be older, but they would have that chemistry. You know what I'm saying? The last dance would really be with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? That would have been, and then you would see Kobe propelled to stardom way more than what he have now. It'd be I'll probably the same. But that last dance really pissed me off. And then, what also that pissed me off, that topped the iceberg, was when Michael Jordan talking about he was being selfish, which is, I understand. He was being like, okay, I understand Michael Jordan he said he being selfish because he said, I ain't gonna ruin my summer. And he was trying to make force on the change the negotiated contract. I understand Michael Jordan's point of view because, goddamn, I'm doing this by myself. But remember, motherfucker, you retired. You know what I'm saying? I understand with some issues with your daddy died and all that shit. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, retire was too much. But you wouldn't retire and start playing baseball. Right? If you retire completely. You know what I'm saying? You can stay playing basketball if that's the fucking case. You know what I'm saying? If that's the fucking case. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of selfish. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, you getting paid $36 million at the fucking time. Scottie Pippen was not getting paid jack shit. $2 million, please, man, for a star like Scottie Pippen. And $2 million probably be good for us because we can't play basketball. But Michael Jordan wouldn't have 6 rings if it wasn't for Scottie. And Michael Jordan said it. I was quoted out his motherfucking mouth. So, as a nigga that's don't know business, well, really trying to learn business, but in the same time, I still got a moral standpoint. I understand why Scottie did it. Man, fuck y'all. At least if y'all gonna call for some of these millions and make my contract more reasonable, then motherfucker, I ain't playing. This shit is ridiculous. Y'all fucking me over. You know what I'm saying? I know Michael Jordan's get paid $36 million. Like, give him like $10 million and say, come on and play. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you get paid $36 million, like, man, you my mans, bro. I say, okay, I take a little pay cut, and here you go for this $10 million because I need you for this the last dance. We ain't gonna be together. But then again, I understand another thing about Michael Jordan because that's kind of indecisive. It kind of pissed me off because I'm still leaning to Scottie Pippen. But I understand where Michael Jordan coming from because if you know this is your last dance anyway, why are you fighting for a better contract? You could do that two rings ago. You could do that shit when I retire. You know what I'm saying? You could retire with me and come back. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit if you think about it. Don't wait till now and this is the last time we finna be together and then now you want a new contract. You know what I'm saying? That's just not right. But Scottie Pippen, he did a lot of, I can't say stupid, but a lot of crazy shit. Like about the jet that don't work. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine what money, $2 million, I could imagine what you spending your money on. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But, I just was mad at the whole thing because we had a dynasty, you know what I mean? Because this is the same team that went 73-9. And then you want to argue with one of the greatest coaches ever. It's obvious we got the greatest coach ever. If he won 3 championships back to back, went to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 times without Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Well, 1 time without Jordan, and the other time when Jordan came back, he still went to Eastern Conference Finals and won 2 championships. And then you were at the last day, he want to go to contract I can't say it. Get another contract. And then you want to have a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? He already won you 5 championships. You know what I'm saying? And went to the Bulls been relevant. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Michael Jordan really stepped in the scene, the Bulls been relevant. But we really catapulted the Bulls with Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Them 3. You know what I'm saying? They really catapulted the Bulls, and you should not have nothing to say to any one of them. Like, I would try to give them the most money to make them stay because it's no reason. There's no reason why that I will have a problem with Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's no reason why. I gotta watch this Sunday episode because they're gonna have another 2-part series. I gotta watch this Sunday episode, so I'll have another video. But them 2 episodes really kind of start me off and piss me the fuck off. And I gotta find out what the Dennis Rodman story. So I gotta find out the more about Scottie Pippen because Scottie Pippen really didn't have a on the second episode. Because the whole thing, the first episode was all about Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Because it was really Jordan came because how he got drafted and how he was scoring 63 points with the Celtics, but lost. You know what I'm saying? But in the same time, he was a phenomenal player. We all know that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. You can have a debate with Kobe, you can have a debate with LeBron James, but me, I'm from Chicago. I'm gonna always say Michael Jordan. But on the part 2, part 2 of the episode, we start off with Scottie Pippen. I said, okay, cool, man. We're going to see what Scottie Pippen was doing. Because I feel like Scottie Pippen was more overshadowed by Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan was as much of a scoring threat. You know what I'm saying? He was so much of a threat that I think Scottie Pippen was overshadowed, because he was, besides scoring, Scottie Pippen was really first in everything besides rebounding because Dennis Rodman had it. You know what I'm saying? So besides all that, Scottie Pippen had all the first on that team. So I thought it would be more about Scottie Pippen. So we saw him at Arkansas. We saw he had so many motherfucking family members. Goddamn. And I didn't know Michael Jordan had a little brother. That fucked me up too. But that really fucked me up. But I knew he had an older brother and a sister, but I didn't know he had a little brother. That fucked me up. But I know Scottie Pippen had all that family members and shit. And then, but another thing is, the thing was that he went to college and where he went to a little thing. He was born and raised in Arkansas, and he went to a little college in Arkansas, and the Bulls dropped him. Then we went back to Mike. Like, really? The whole second episode, okay, we learned about Mike. Then we went back to Mike. Like, we could learn more about Scottie and how he scored and how he developed. You know what I'm saying? How he developed to Scottie Pippen, one of the 50 greatest players of all time. You know what I'm saying? A Hall of Famer, 6-time championship, All-Star MVP. You know what I'm saying? We could have talked more about Scottie. It's a lot what Scottie did in the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I'm saying? And, for a man that won All-Star MVP amongst All-Stars with Charles Barkley and Karl Malone's and of the world and the Clyde Drexlers of the world, Hakeem Olajuwon, he won All-Star MVP. That's not easy. And back then, at that time, they was actually with Shaq. Back then, they was actually playing All-Star basketball. They was actually competing. This bullshit they doing now, don't get me wrong. I like the format now. It's getting a lot better. It's getting a lot better. I'm talking about it's getting a lot better with that draft picks. Keep doing that draft picks because it's getting a lot better. It's like motherfuckers is doing it's showtiming, but they actually competing because it's been a while. When Michael Jordan retired, it's been a while. Motherfuckers are showcasing that they got tired and shooting ridiculous shots and doing all type of shit. And don't get me wrong, Allen Iverson, when he was there, and Kobe, and when they was younger, it was good, but it was a brief stint that it was like, okay, all right, we know you good now. Can you play basketball? Because it's also entertaining the fans, and we also want to see good defense. We want to see defense. That's basically what they cut it out. They cut out the defense on the All-Star games. But still, that's for another video. But I'm happy that, I said, but that was, it was good. My ratings for the Last Dance, it was an 8 out of 10. They say 10 out of 10, it was 8 out of 10. Because, I say about, I go high as a 9. I go high as a 9 because there's some shit I didn't know that was all this going on behind the scenes. Jerry Krause kind of fucked a lot of shit up of being egotistical. You know what I'm saying? As being egotistical, that's the pride. Pride always go before the downfall. Always comes before the downfall. So being too egotistical. So it's like, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Last Dance. That's my review.